Hello and welcome back. As always, my name is Laser and today I want to give you my thoughts on the Overwatch closed beta. I've been playing it, I don't know, 4 or 5 days, something like that, so I think I got good enough grounds to have a solid impression of the game. But before we go into it, I want to make a big disclaimer. I am not an FPS guy, okay? I don't really play FPS. Last FPSs I played were the Borderline series, and even those, I think 20-30 hours each, something like that. So no Call of Duty, no Battlefield, no Counter-Strike. I don't play any of those, and no Team Fortress either. Alright, so let's get into the first aspect of the game. And that would be gameplay, okay? How is the shooting in an FPS is extremely important. And from my point of view, from what I played and from what experience I have with the game, the shooting is absolutely rock solid. Very rewarding, very satisfying. I didn't see anything wrong with the shooting. Everything was hunky-dory. But there was some input lag at times. I noticed some ever-present, if you want, input lag. Now, the connection held up fine and my response times was great. It was 50-60 milliseconds, and I know what kind of lag you get when you have that specific response time. So it wasn't the response time, it's something else. It's something that's always present more or less in the game. But I did see a developer post, okay, in which they said, okay, we know what this is all about, we'll fix it. So there's no problem there. We are talking about a beta over here, okay? But the gameplay from my point of view is absolutely rock solid, and the character diversity is great. Okay, there's something for everybody. There's something for your average marine, there's something for your sniper, for your camper, for your frontline guy. Okay, there's something for everybody. But I have one problem in this area. Melee in first person view. I'm one of those guys that never really liked melee in first person view, and this is not just about Overwatch, this is about every game. Every game I was forced to play something melee in first person view just feels off. It doesn't feel right. There's, I don't know, maybe I'm too used to MOBAs or RPGs or something like that, which are more my kind of games, but melee in first person view just feels off. For example, with Reinhardt, when you put your shield up, that's when I feel better. Okay, that's when I feel like, okay, this is how things are supposed to go down. Now, I don't know why developers insist on having in such games melee done in first person view. Let's think about it for a while. I guess if they do it in third person view, that would give the melees more vision, okay? They will have larger field of view, okay? They could see more, and that would be an advantage, granted. But isn't it a huge disadvantage that you're playing a melee in a shooter? Wouldn't that balance out in some way? Couldn't there something be done in order to have third person view on melees? But again, this is just my view. I never liked melees in first person view. Okay, and that's my first issue with the gameplay. Let's move on to maps. Now, I played a lot of maps. I played all of the maps actually. There's not that many at this point, but enough for you to get a good solid impression of the game. Very well executed. The graphics are absolutely beautiful. You have many ways of approaching a map. Okay, so you can employ different tactics. I didn't meet a map where you could only do this. Okay, you had one way of approaching this map, whether you be on the defensive or on the attacking side or payload. Okay, there are multiple ways to approach a specific map, which is good. Okay, so that means we'll have different tactics with different compositions and so on and so forth. So I would like to talk a little bit about the fun aspect, because okay, a game can be the best game in the world. If it's not fun, it's not really that well done, is it now? And I have definitely been enjoying my time with Overwatch, and this is a lot because again, I am not an FPS guy. I'm not the guy that enjoys FPS, and I have been enjoying my time in Overwatch. I didn't really feel that need to you know, just go in and play, which for exceptional games you do feel that need. But again, it's about taste here. I'm not into FPS, and currently there's no progression system in Overwatch, okay, in the beta, in the closed beta right now. So there might be that. There was nothing drawing me in, but I'm sure that will get fixed in time. Developers are talking about unlockables, a lot of customizations. I think you will be able to spray paint your armor and whatnot. There are a lot of indications in strings from data mined information we have. For example, there's information on guilds. Okay, so we might get guilds. This is still very early in development, so please don't judge it too harshly. These are just my thoughts on what I played so far. So probably what you're wondering, okay, is this something for me? Is this something I would play? Well, I'm gonna say if you're an FPS guy, absolutely give this a try. Now, we will get all of us into the beta, okay, sooner or later. That's how Blizzard does it. They will have huge stress test weekends in which they're just gonna open up the floodgates. So there's huge chances of everybody getting in, okay, during those periods. They're also gonna keep on going with the waves and whatnot, so I wouldn't worry. It's just a matter of time till everybody plays Overwatch anyway. So that's about it. If you're an FPS guy, absolutely, you gotta give Overwatch a try. Absolutely stellar for an FPS, considering again I'm not very into that kind of thing. Now, if you're not an FPS guy like me, I would still recommend you give it a go. Okay? Give it a go. Try out a few heroes. Go to a few maps. See how things work. Okay? Just try it out. That's all. The game also has voice chat, but you don't have to use it if you don't want to. There's also a chat, and people right now are, well, the community is very good right now, okay? The community is absolutely rock solid because it's a closed beta. And if I remember how it was with the closed alpha of Heroes of the Storm, also everybody was awesome, everybody was cool about everything. You had no ragers, no flamers, no trolls, no nothing, okay? So everybody was cool. But that's gonna change when the floodgates are open. Concerning the business model, we don't have any solid information from Blizzard. They refuse to talk about the business model. What I'm expecting is free to play. By the way the game seems to be shaping up, I'm expecting free to play with a microtransaction business model. Something probably similar to Heroes of the Storm. So you'll have all sorts of customization you can pay for and whatnot. And probably the heroes will be able to, you'll be able to buy with money, free rotation, maybe there'll be some in-game currency. Currency, there's not that much in the game, okay? This is a genuine beta, since I'm on the subject, because I see no in-game money shop, which always in a beta, Blizzard did it with Heroes of the Storm, and I was like, what the hell, man, seriously? But there is no in-game money shop here, meaning they just want us to test the gameplay, and honestly, that's all you can do. Okay, just go in and play either versus AI. You can set up a custom match if you so desire with your friends, if you got enough friends in the beta. I got one. Okay, that's it. And you can also go just find a match against other players and just experiment and just go for gameplay. And I encourage you guys to give Blizzard your feedback on the gameplay if you are in the beta. Why is that? Well, this is the way we improve a game, and during early stages of development, Blizzard is known for making drastic changes. For example, in Heroes of the Storm, they wanted to introduce an artifact system, which was very similar to the League of Legends rune system. After the community was really pissed about it, they removed it, okay? So they're not completely inflexible, so it's good to offer feedback at this point. I'm not an advanced player, so I'm not gonna talk about balance yet, okay? Balance changes in a beta, really? No, I'm not gonna talk about balance, I'm not gonna talk about meta. From my point of view, these are irrelevant at this point for Overwatch. What is relevant is how is the gameplay. Okay, this is what they want from us, this is what we're testing, and well, pretty much this is what we have from this game. Gameplay, and that's about it at this point. Now, regarding character customization, there currently is no way for you to modify your hero, and I'm not talking about cosmetics, I'm talking about actual effects on gameplay. Other similar games have loadout systems or perk systems or talent systems, something like that, okay, which you can customize your hero. You can further specialize it in a specific area. For example, you're going into a new game, you're going on the Numbani map or whatever map, and you have a specific loadout for that map on a specific role. For example, you can have loadouts for defense, loadouts for offense, loadouts for that map, for this map, and so on and so forth. You could use these to further customize your hero. Now, some can argue, well, there's no point to this because everybody's gonna have a specific meta, okay? And everybody's gonna use the same thing. So, is there any real choice? Well, that's up to the developers to create actual real choice, but currently there's none of that. There's no way for you to modify the hero's abilities. I think that would be great, okay? In such a game, I think further modifying your hero, okay, making it specialized, making it work better for you would be a great thing. There's been no talk of this, however, so I'm not sure if they are just gonna let the heroes like they are, okay, one way of playing it, this is the hero, play it to the best of your abilities. Or are they actually gonna give us some way to further modify their abilities? No talk of this at this point, but again, this is a beta. And that will wrap up my initial thoughts on Overwatch. Now I'll keep you guys up to date as the game grows and evolves. It'll get more fleshed out, more stuff will be added. I doubt that this is all there is, impossible. Okay, so new heroes will be added, probably new systems. Okay, things will become more clearer in the months to come for Overwatch, and I'll keep you guys updated just like I do with Heroes of the Storm. Now, regarding content, okay, specific content for Overwatch, this is not gonna be a main thing for me personally, okay? The main thing for me is Heroes of the Storm at this point, and this will not change. But you can expect further content from me on Overwatch. First thing, I want to get through all the gameplays, okay? I want to show you each and every hero, and then when new stuff comes along, I want to show you that as well. But again, Heroes of the Storm has priority. That's gonna do it, folks. Thank you for watching. Like, favorite, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and I'll definitely see you again soon.